Hello and welcome back to Flawless Sports. We're back again and it's time for the UCL draw. The Champions League is back and it's time to see the draw. We're gonna have a award ceremony first apparently, so it's not right into the draws. So I guess meanwhile we can look at the two pots, the four pots actually, and everything around it. Everyone make sure to like and subscribe. Drew is in the chat. Let's go which flawless lad is hosting us today. Well, for today it's Raji. Thank you for coming in and commenting, and make sure to have all your comments, questions, everything coming in, even if no matter what the topic is, FPL or the weekend or any Champions League predictions. But the official draw is started, but there's an award ceremony going on right now, so I guess we can look at the pots meanwhile. So as we can see here, these are the four pots that are available today for picking. So I guess pretty much simply the rules are that before we go into this, I'm just going to say, guys, like and subscribe right now. I'm waiting. Since we have time, like, subscribe, and turn the notifications on. Make sure that all the notifications are on. And by the way, there's a car giveaway for everyone who subscribe. It may or may not be true, but yeah, let's move on to the pots as we discussed. So here we are, the group stage draw. There's four pots. The first pot includes the champions and the champions of each country and the winners of the UEFA Europa League. So the top 7 countries in terms of coefficient ranking. So we have Madrid, who won the La Liga, Man City, Milan, Bayern Munich, PSG, Porto, and Ajax. And Frankfurt, obviously, the Europa League winners. So they are there in the pot 1. Pot 2 includes the other teams. So Liverpool, Chelsea, Barca, Juve, and so on and so forth. So some leagues have their champions in pot 4 because their league coefficients are low. But the Premier League, we have Spurs, who finished fourth, who are in pot 2. But in pot 4, we have champions of some countries. So yeah, it's a bit of a mix and match. But pretty much the rules are you can't be drawn the same team from your own pot. So for example, we would have pot 1, pot 2, pot 3 and pot 4 that will make up a group. So yeah, so we will not be seeing Real Madrid and Man City in the same group. Neither will we be seeing Bayern Munich and Paris in the same teams, the finalists from 2020, was it? So yeah, those are the rules in terms of the pots. Obviously, the other rule is that you can't draw teams from your own country, so from your own league, sorry. So Man City will not be drawn against Liverpool or Chelsea or Spurs. So Man City only have 5 players. 5 teams, that can be drawn against them in pot 2. But that's pretty much all the rules that they have. Drew says your UI is beautiful. Thank you so much. We worked extra hard. It took exactly 5 minutes to do. No, I'm joking. We've been blessed by good graphic designers. And get your dream group stage draws in the comments. We have the stuff going on, the award ceremony going on right now, and they're giving away awards to pretty much all Real Madrid players from last season. But yeah, these are the pots. We expect them to be divided into these teams. These groups. So group A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. There'll be 8 groups, which will then the top 2 progress into the round of 16. And then it's knockout stages. As we know, there's no away goals rule this time around, as it was last time around. So pretty much that's the thing. I mean, if we are having a look at the pots and who are the favourites to win the Champions League, I mean, first up, we have to go with PSG. Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, they finally look like they're clicking. They just won 7-1 versus Lille on the weekend, with Mbappe getting a hat-trick, Messi getting 2 assists and a goal, Neymar getting 2 goals. Like, Neymar looks back to his best. So PSG for sure are, like, they have to be top contenders and going again to finally win a Champions League. Whether it'll happen, we'll have to wait and see, but I think they're strong favourites with the new manager Galtier coming in. There's obviously always Bayern Munich, who have lost Lewandowski, but they have signed Sadio Mane. Let's see how that works out for them. They also won 7-1 on the weekend. So these teams, they seem to lose players, but they still maintain the same amount of dominance in their leagues. I guess, does it show how good the teams are or how bad the leagues are? I don't know. Bayern Munich, Julian Nagelsmann is their manager. They didn't do too well last time around, but I'm sure they'll be coming back to win the Champions League. And I mean, the league is pretty much wrapped up, so they are focusing on the Champions League. We have Madrid, the holders of the Champions League. I'm not sure how they'll be this year. They've lost, obviously, Casemiro, who is part of their midfield three, the trio which has been broken up now. They have signed Tchouameni, and they have Camavinga, who is already there. So, yeah, I mean, they look like they have a good team too. But will they be able to retain it? I thought they didn't have the best team last year, and they somehow just scraped their way in like 4 games and they won the Champions League. I don't know how. Like, it's the most random Champions League win I've ever seen. Like, they played bad in each and every game, and they still managed to win it. So in terms of the Madrid, I don't think they have much of a chance personally. Next we have Man City. Pep Guardiola's team, Man City. They have never won it in their history. Pep Guardiola was brought in to win it, to be the one to bring it finally to Man City, because they were winning the league, the Premier League, even before Pep Guardiola joined. So, yeah, I'm not sure how Man City, if the owners are happy with how it's gone so far, but they've added Erling Haaland to their team, and I think adding Erling Haaland is a big deal, because in the Champions League, transitions win you matches. Transitions wins you the tie, because it's only a 2-tied match, so anything can happen. And how it happened last time with Man City and Madrid, City conceding 2 in the last few minutes, and they were pretty much the best team over the whole 2 legs. So, and they still ended up going out. Yeah, but as we talked about, Madrid being bad and still winning. But yeah, Man City. I think Man City and PSG, I think it's prime time for them to win it now, with Man City and Pep talking about leaving soon and having to do something else. Yeah, I think this is the time for them to win it. And there's not much time left with Erling Haaland's signing. That's the biggest signing you can make in world football. So if they don't make it next year, what are they doing next year to win the Champions League? So, yeah, and I mean, same goes for PSG. Messi, who's doing not too bad. And we also have Neymar, who's finally hitting form. So, yeah, I mean, it has to be now or never for PSG and Man City. Could we see the 2 teams in the finals? Maybe. We can move on to the other teams in Pot 1. We have AC Milan, who finally won the Scudetto, finally won the Italian title. After 10 years, Ibrahimovic returned, and he's won the Scudetto for them. We had Giroud and everyone contributing. They've made good signings, although they have lost Frank Kessié to Barcelona, who we'll talk about soon. But yeah, AC Milan, do they have a chance? They look a bit odd in that Pot 1. after recent times and seeing them in the Europa League. But yeah, AC Milan, I think they'll do good, maybe quarterfinals. That's what I would go for maximum for PSG. Pot 2. Before we go into pot 2, actually, we can have a look at what's going on the UCL page. They have award ceremony going on right now. Make sure, guys, to like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. Even if it's 2 likes, it helps. Just a second, I'm just getting the award ceremony up. I mean, meanwhile, we can talk about Aubameyang to Chelsea. I mean, what is that? Why is Aubameyang going to Chelsea? As an Arsenal fan, as most of you would know, yeah, I'm not going to be happy with that signing. I mean, it will be really odd. Yeah, Aubameyang. It's just sad, isn't it? When he signed the new contract, he talked about his legacy and how he wants to be remembered as an Arsenal legend and all that kind of stuff. And then now he'll be joining. He left the way he left, first of all, and then he will be joining bitter rivals, London rivals in Chelsea. So I mean, about all that legacy and all that stuff, being the number 14 and being, like, I don't know, looking up to Henry and his statue outside. For sure he's not getting a statue outside the Emirates for sure anytime soon. But yeah, I mean, Aubameyang, this transfer market is going crazy. It's just insane with all the signings, and we're in the last week of the transfer window, so we could be seeing a lot of movement with stuff about Anthony to Man U, 95 million. Not a Champions League club, as we're talking about them right now. Is that the signing that brings them to the Champions League? 94 million? I don't know about that one. Like, Anthony is a good player, but I don't know if he's that good. 94 million. Really? Yeah, I mean, Man U doing Man U things, isn't it? Just throwing money around. Casemiro, 60 million, not a bad signing, to be fair. For the price, maybe someone would say the price is too high, but he's a world-class player, so you don't mind paying extra money for world-class players. But in terms of Anthony, is that what they exactly need? I'm not sure how much impact at least he'll have this season, because we saw Jadon Sancho struggle also this year with the level of player he is. Even Jadon Sancho struggled. So, yeah. I'm going to get So they've named the UEFA Team of the Season for the UCL. Maybe I can bring it up on the screen. Meanwhile, you guys, you can leave comments on whatever you want. FPL advice, Premier League predictions. I'm no expert, but I do like to give my opinion on stuff. So make sure to leave comments, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe especially. So yeah. Here we can move on to the UCL. We can move on to the team of the season. I don't know how to get it on screen. Just a second, bear with me. I'm sorry for the messy transitions. This is all new. yeah, here we go. We have the Champions League team of the season. Yeah. I mean, yeah, here it is. So we have Vinicius Jr. on the left, who was immense last year. I mean, left wing, that nutmeg on Fernandinho, and then scoring the goal versus Man City. So yeah, I mean, for sure he deserved to be there. We can see it dominating mostly by Madrid players, although there's quite a bit of variety in there. And then we also have Karim Benzema, obviously the man of the tournament, the man who became God last year. He was just insane. Like, what was he doing last year? Like, how was he scoring all the goals he scored? Especially the hat-trick versus PSG. That was just insane. Like, you have to be a different level of player to do that versus the level of opposition they were against. So Benzema deserves to be there, no doubt about that. Kylian Mbappe in the right wing, another player who was amazing. Although PSG, they went far but couldn't make it past the eventual winners of Real Madrid. So yeah, and then we have Luka Modric in midfield. I mean, how good is he? What a player. Yeah, Luka Modric, one of the best midfielders in the world, if not the best. Real Madrid fans would argue. We have Fabinho, who's not started the season too well, with Liverpool going 3 games without a win. But he was quite good in the Champions League last year. And then we have Kevin De Bruyne, the best midfielder in the world at the moment, according to me. What a player, what a guy. And almost led Man City to their second final, but it wasn't meant to be. And then we have the other Liverpool boys. We have a back four with 3 Liverpool players. I'm surprised not to see any other Real Madrid players in there. But we have Robertson, Van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. In goal, there's Thibaut Courtois. I mean, what a season he had. And yeah, pretty much the best from last year. I think the draw is about to start. They're just explaining the stuff about the pots, so we can go through it once again ourselves too. That's the team of the season. But here it is, the UEFA Champions League draw. And yeah, this is the pot. It's 4 pots. The first pot consists of the winners of the leagues. So as you can see, there's Madrid, Man City, AC Milan, Bayern Munich, PSG, and Porto and Ajax. And then Frankfurt being the winners of the Europa League. So yeah, in pot 2 we have the teams that finished 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for Premier League because of their coefficient ranking. So pretty much the pot 1 teams cannot draw any other team from their pot in the groups. So as we can see, as the groups are shown here, Group A will consist of a team from pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, and pot 4. And we'll keep on going until we end up filling all the groups from Group A to H. Meanwhile, we can read the comments. Amle says, Obama, and yeah, I don't get him, trust me. I don't get Obatu. What is he doing? What do you think of Gordon and Anthony rumors? I mean, we talked about Anthony, but Gordon, I mean, desperation, isn't it? That's all I have to say about the Gordon rumors to City. What's your favorite and worst UCL memories? My favorite UCL memory has to be Arsenal versus Bayern Munich, 2-0. Mesut Ozil scoring a goal, Olivier Giroud scoring a goal with his back or something at home. I mean, that's just, yeah, what a memory. When Arsenal was in the Champions League. But yeah, worst memory has to be Monaco at home. When Arsenal drew Monaco, I was like, okay, finally we have it. Finally we can move on from the round of 16, and then we lose at home 3-1. And although we won away 2-0, at that time the away goals rule existed, so we lost that. Most memorable UCL match of all time. Of all time. I haven't been around for that long. But I think the most memorable UCL match. That's a good one. Oh, has to be Barcelona versus PSG 6-1. What a match. Yeah, I think pretty much everyone's answer would be that. Which player would you say plays better in the UCL than in their domestic leagues? Riyad Mahrez? Maybe? Mahrez? Yeah. Opinion on last year's UCL team of the season. We went through that. Unmesh says overachievers and underachievers of the season. Overachievers, I'll go for AC Milan. Underachievers, I'll go for Barcelona. Okay, so guys, we have the draw, which is happening right now. And we're going to see who the first team is going to be. It's finally time. So they're going to draw from pot 1 right now. So Yaya Toure is the one drawing the names right now. And we have our first team, Ajax. Ajax is in. Ajax is going to be in Group A. So Group A, we have Ajax coming in. I'm going to try and update these live for you guys to see. I hope it works. I've never tried this, but we have Ajax. The Dutch champions. Here we go. And there they are, Ajax in Group 1. The second team is FC Porto. And that's going to be in Group B. So they're going to draw all the pot 1 teams first. So let's add Porto to Group B. I hope you guys can see the teams as I'm updating them. So we have Porto in Group B. Interesting draws. None of the big teams, the big names are out yet. I mean, obviously Ajax and Porto are big names, but we finally have the German champions, Bayern Munich, drawn in Group C. So Bayern Munich, they'll be looking again. They look strong with the signing of Sadio Mane, and they'll be looking to win it after having won it in 2020. But they don't mind winning it again. Yeah, Bayern Munich look quite strong. I don't know if they're going to be there in the final, but I'm sure they'll be looking to be somewhere around there. So yeah, Bayern Munich in Group C. And then Frankfurt in Group D. Eintracht Frankfurt, the winners of the Europa League last year. Frankfurt, that's too big of a number, but yeah, Frankfurt going in Group D. So yeah, at the moment we're drawing all the teams from from pot 1, as we saw earlier. I'm just going to show you for a second. All the teams in pot 1 are going to be drawn and dropped into the groups. So next up, we have in Group E, we have AC Milan, the Italian champions. I'm sure Ibrahimovic wants to win it and get his hands on it before he retires soon. So yeah, we have AC Milan in Group E. Next up in Group F, we have the champions, the holders. It is Real Madrid, the team from Spain, the team with the most Champions League wins, the team with the most history in this competition. The team that feels that they have a right over this trophy. So yeah, we have Madrid in Group F. Guys, keep the comments coming. And your thoughts soon. Next up, we have Man City in Group G. The English champions. We have Yaya Toure drawing, who's apparently, allegedly, set a voodoo on Man City to never win the league. I mean, never win the Champions League. He's the one drawing the balls right now. Not drawing the balls, but like picking the balls. Not like I mean by not picking the balls, I mean like rolling the he's doing the draw, guys. Let's not get into it. But yeah, Man City. Group G. And in Group H, we have, who do we have in Group H? Who did I miss out? PSG, yes. Paris Saint-Germain. Messi trying to bring it back, trying to win his 5th UCL of his career. But yeah, so those are the Pot A teams drawn. As you'll see in a second, we have PSG going into Group H. So yeah, those are the the groups done. Yeah, that's pretty much just the warm-up of this thing. Do you think Barca has a UCL title worthy team? They might have the players for it. I don't know if they'll do it, because so many new players in order to gel. We have teams like Man City who've been playing together for so many years. So yeah, it's time for Pot 2 soon. They're gonna show some montages on the main stream. If you're wondering where I'm getting all these stuff from, where I'm getting the draw from, I'm actually watching my own stream, and we are the best source for UCL draw content. So yeah, that's where I'm getting it. But yeah, here we go, Pot 2, and we have teams like Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Juventus, Atletico, Sevilla, RB Leipzig, and the team we don't talk about. Yeah. I like this slide to visualize the group. Thank you, Vansh. Vansh says this slide layout and font is following UEFA guidelines. Yeah, we are the official live broadcaster of the UCL. I may or may not be lying, but we are. That's why we're using the official fonts and graphics. So we have Pot 2 coming in, so they'll fill up in second position. So RB Leipzig goes in Group F. So Group F has Leipzig. So Madrid have got Leipzig in the group, sorry. So yeah, interesting. Not bad, not too exciting. Leipzig always good for it. Drew says, I'm listening to this on my aux and you sound like a radio jockey, my guy. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Next, we have Juventus. So yeah, apparently these teams, next is Juventus, and they can only be drawn into Group G or H. Why? I have no reason. I don't know why. So yeah. But anyways, we have Group H with Juventus and not Group H, sorry. We have next is Juventus. I don't know which group they're in. They are in Group H. It's official. I told you guys. I'm the one who's drawing these things. So Group H has PSG and Juventus. So PSG and Juventus in the same group. Di Maria coming back to face his own team in PSG. Interesting. Not too bad. We don't have the mega matchups yet. But we could see Man City drawn up against AC Milan. We could have Bayern Munich versus Liverpool again, with Mane coming home to Anfield again. But next up we have some random team. I don't know. But yeah, this team that finished 4th in the league, I think, in the Premier League. They finished 4th in the league, yeah. 4th in the Premier League. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I don't think I want to pronounce that name. Next up we have, the 4th team in the Premier League. They can be drawn in 5 groups. So let's see where they get drawn. And they've been drawn in Group D. So they've got an easy group, in my opinion. in Frankfurt. But I guess it makes sense. Two teams that are on a similar level. Frankfurt is a good team, also up and coming. And this other fourth team from the Premier League, also a good team. But yeah, let's have the next team, which will be going into Group C, B, A, E, G, or G. And we have Liverpool. Let's see which group they go into. Liverpool obviously having a bad start to this season. We thought Man U was having a bad start. Now look at these guys from up north. They're not having the best time. Let's see where they end up. It'll be interesting if they ended up with Bayern Munich in Group C. So someone is ended there in Group A versus Ajax. Okay, I think they were in the same group last season, were they? I can't remember. I remember Liverpool and Ajax playing together. Next up, we have. I'm sorry. Yeah, Toure is still rolling the balls, still trying to spin the balls. What are the chances Conte does a double UCL and EPL? No chance. Absolutely no chance. UCL. Conte and the UCL. Relax. Relax, guys. They're not doing anything in the Champions League. Yeah. The double. I think they'll be happy with a single, no matter what it is. So next up we have Sevilla from Pot 2, the winners. Not the winners, sorry. They won the Europa League like several times in their time with Unai Emery, but they've gone into Group G with Man City, and again, Man City getting the easy draws always. Although Sevilla is a good team, I'm not trying to say they're an easy team, but yeah, Man City, they always end up with such draws. Sevilla, at the moment, I'm not sure which signings they've made actually, but they have Eric Lamela, who no one likes. But yeah, the groups are starting to form up now. And now next up we have Barcelona, the team that is doing as many signings as they can, playing career mode. I'm not sure how they're gonna fare in the UCL, but in my opinion, the winners they will win the La Liga. Can they do well in UCL? I doubt. I've touted them to be the underachievers of the season. And they're going to be in Group C. So Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Last time the mate was 8-2. 8-2. So I'm sure Barcelona will be wanting to return the favor of the 8-2. They will not be happy of what happened there. But yeah, their groups are starting to shape up. I'm not sure if we're live or not, like if we're up to date. But next up, we have Chelsea Football Club. And they won the current world champions, the winners of the Club World Cup. So Chelsea will go into... And Chelsea goes into Group E or B. I think they go with Porto. They were together last year, were they? Next up we have Atletico Madrid. Oh, Chelsea is actually with AC Milan. That's an interesting matchup now. That is an interesting matchup. Sorry for that. Yeah. But yeah, Porto, who have matched up with Atletico Madrid. Chelsea with AC Milan, the Italian champions. We can just add it into Atletico Madrid. Atletico. They've lost Luis Suarez now. And yeah, that's how the groups look. So we have two teams in each group, so we can now see the groups forming up. So far, Group C looks exciting. Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Group D could be not bad, with Frankfurt and Spurs in there. So yeah, these groups are starting to form, and we're gonna have pot 3 coming up soon. We can just have a look at the pots now. We have teams such as Borussia Dortmund, RB Leipzig, RB Salzburg. Sorry, my bad. The Red Bull team. We have Shakhtar Donetsk. We have, is that Shakhtar? I'm sorry if I mess it up, but yeah, we have Inter Milan. We have Napoli. We have Benfica. We have Sporting Lisbon, and we have Bayer Leverkusen. So yeah, an interesting pot 3. It'll be BVB the strongest team in this pot, and Inter Milan. We also have Napoli there. Inter Milan could be the underdogs of this season actually. So yeah, that could be an interesting one. Lewandowski versus Bayern. Yeah, Lewandowski returns, and yeah, I wonder how that'll go down. How the fans will react to Lewandowski being back there. Drew says thoughts on Dortmund this year. I don't think they have it this year. They just, on the weekend, they were winning 2-0 at the 89th minute, and then they lost 3-2 at full time. Like, how can you even do that? There's literally 1 minute of actual time remaining. How much time can be added? Like 5 minutes max? I mean, yeah. So yeah, Dortmund, I'm not expecting big things from them this year. But we have time for pot 3, and we're going to start drawing players. So we've had a look, and let's see who's first. Yaya Toure with the balls again. And he's going to give us Napoli from Italy. No. So Napoli can go into 4 groups. I wonder which 4 those are. These guys are just deciding which groups they want them to go into, isn't it? But yeah, Napoli, drawn from pot 3, they can go into group A, B, C, or D only. They cannot join E because of AC Milan. They cannot join F because I don't know. They cannot join G because I don't know. But yeah, they've joined group A. Oh, very interesting. Didn't Liverpool play Napoli last time? What's happening? So it's Ajax, Liverpool, and Napoli in group A. Interesting group. But I think Liverpool be looking to top that for sure. Yeah. So yeah, we have Napoli, Ajax, and Liverpool in group A. Next up, we have FC Salzburg, the Red Bull team. Red Bull team's taking over the world in all kinds of sports. But yeah, we have... Guys, make sure to like and subscribe meanwhile. It just takes you a second, but it goes to help us a long way. So make sure to like and subscribe. We'll keep more streams, Premier League, FPL content coming up. But yeah, we have Salzburg. Excuse my spelling if it's bad and wrong. But yeah, we have RB Salzburg, the Red Bull team. They seem to have good young talent, good managers. But yeah, they go into Group E. And Salzburg is in Group E. So it's AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg. Another interesting group. Not too competitive. Like, I wouldn't say it's the group of death, but looks like a good group. So yeah, next up, the Italian league's too hot this season. Yeah, for sure. Vansh says the Italian league. Yeah, I mean, we had a video on our channel about why you should be watching the Italian league. The Italian league is the best league in terms of competition right now, I think. In terms of going for the title, I mean. So yeah, we have Inter, AC Milan, Juve coming back with the big signings. So yeah, for sure, the Italian league is hot. Next up, we have a team which I've missed the name of. But so they've gone into Group H. So yeah, Juve, as we were talking about the Italian teams, Juventus. No, not Juventus, sorry. What team was it? I'm sorry for that. Even the live stream has lagged. So next up we have BVB. I'll come up with that later. But Group G, BVB. Now that could be a group of death, maybe, for Sevilla, BVB, and Man City. Interesting one, that one. Yeah, Group H got by Leverkusen. Sorry. Yeah, so much happening so fast. We have Leverkusen in Group H. Leverkusen. Once again, I'm gonna say, if you find a spelling mistake, make sure to like and subscribe. The more subscriptions we get, the better of a spelling is next time around, and the more likes we have, the better graphics we have. Next time we can even get a professional footballer in here. But yeah, Group G, exactly. Group G looking scary. Group G looking exciting. Besides Man City, who's gonna top it? But yeah. Group C. Let's see who goes into Group C. It'll be interesting to see who goes into Group C with facing Barcelona and Bayern Munich. So we have Lisbon next up. The Portuguese team. Sporting can go into C, D, or F. And the balls are rolling again. Let's see what comes up. Sporting. Group D with the team we don't talk about and Frankfurt. Yeah. Interesting group. Group D looks like a dead group, isn't it? Not a lot of hype in there. Maybe it's because of one team, but yeah. Bart says Haaland hat-trick versus BVB. Oh yeah, Haaland going back to BVB. So a lot of homecomings this year. We have Lewandowski going back home. We have Haaland who will be back at the Signal Iduna Park. Next up we have Shakhtar Donetsk. Shakhtar. So they can only be in Group F. So Shakhtar goes into Group F. So Madrid, Leipzig, and Shakhtar. Not bad. Madrid will hope to top the group in there. We have Inter Milan. Inter goes into Group C. Holy moly, what a group. That is the group of death. Group C looks insane. Oh my god. We have Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Inter Milan in the same group. Now that is a group of death. Wow. That'll be... each of the teams will be looking to go for their league titles in their own leagues. So we could have 3 title contenders in one group with Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Inter. And yeah, we've missed out on the group from a team in Group B. I'm just going to find it. Is it Benfica? So Benfica in Group B. But yeah, the groups are starting to form, guys. And Group C looks like the one to watch. Is there any underrated groups, guys? Leave them on in the chat. Priyam says all English teams through. Yeah, they do have interesting teams. Not all English teams. The team in Group D, I don't know what they're called, but yeah, they don't have that big of a chance, do they? I don't think so. With Conte as their manager, yeah. But which team have we missed out? Was it Benfica? So yeah, Benfica growing in Group B. But guys, leave your favorite teams in your favorite group, in the comments. Yeah, City and BVB, damn. Amle says, yeah, I mean, that's crazy. No, Benfica and Porto in the same group. Pat says, no, I just messed up somehow. Are they in the same group? Yeah, I messed up somewhere. I'm just going to go and get the live groups without the mistakes. Just a second. Thank you to Pat for pointing that out. Teams from the same country cannot be in the same group. So you guys are paying attention. That's what I'm happy to see. But yeah, so far we have Group C as the most exciting group, and I think it'll end that way. So we're gonna have group pot 4 now. So next up we have Celtic from Scotland. Scottish team. Are they the Scottish champions? Okay, we'll adjust Benfica. For now, we'll leave them in the middle there. Next up, we have Celtic, as we mentioned. And Celtic have grown into Group F. We have Celtic in Group F. So yeah, that's the group done. So Madrid have a favorable run to defend their trophy again. Next up, we have all the teams from pots 4, as we can see there. Next up, we have Olympique Marseille. Marseille. As I said before, if I have any spelling mistakes, make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe. The more likes we have, the more money we have for English lessons. And they've gone into Group D, Marseille. So they've joined Frankfurt, the team that starts with S and ends with S. We have Sporting and we have Marseille. Yeah, interesting group. That could be a fun group, actually. Can't lie. A very competitive group. It could be the low-key group of death in there. And Yaya Toure giving us the next name. And FC Copenhagen, the Danish team. The Danish champions. Copenhagen. Yeah, spelling. In my head, it sounds correct, but once I type it out... So yeah, Copenhagen can be in 5 groups. Do predictions for each group. Yeah, we'll do that after we have the full groups on our table, on our screen, sorry. We still don't know where Benfica has gone. And if they're actually in Group B and it's their mistake, I mean, what? They could have to redraw everything. So yeah, Group C. Copenhagen goes into with Man City, Sevilla, BVB, and Copenhagen in Group G. Interesting group. Man City topping that group for sure. The fight for the second place could be interesting for sure. But yeah, next up we have... I'm going to leave Benfica here. We have Club Brugge. Club Brugge from Belgium. They were currently, the champions. Bruges. Club Brugge. The only club from Belgium. And they go into Group B. Interesting. Porto, Atletico, and Club Brugge. So it's Bayer Leverkusen in Group B. Yes. And Benfica in Group H. Sorry for that mix-up. And yeah, 4 teams left, guys. The groups have almost formed. The final groups. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll have more stuff coming up. But next up, the team we have is... We have... Okay. Rangers. Wow, the way Yaya Toure pronounced that was like FC Rangers. No, that was not his accent at all. But yeah, I did not think it meant Rangers. But yeah, we have Rangers, the Scottish team. we also have Celtic as the other Scottish team who have been drawn with Group F with the current holders in Madrid. So yeah, Rangers go into Group A with Ajax, Napoli, and Liverpool. And yeah, Ajax, Napoli, Liverpool, and Rangers. Next up, we have just 3 teams remaining, guys. So, I mean, we can pretty much see most of the groups over here. Next up, we have Dinamo Zagreb. Zagreb, is it the Croatian team? They can go into C, E, or H. So next up, we have Dinamo Zagreb. They go into group. They have C, E, and H, which they can go into. Let's see what group they end up getting. But yeah, Group C looking like the most exciting group with Bayern, Barcelona, and Inter. We also have Group A with Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli. Not too bad. And they will go Zagreb go into Group E. So versus Chelsea, Milan, Salzburg, and Zagreb. That is, yeah. I mean, not too exciting. I think Milan and Chelsea will go through with that one. So I think, yeah, Milan, Chelsea takes that group. And Salzburg, even though a good team, I don't see them challenging Chelsea or Milan. And Zagreb, I think, going to be last. Next up, we have FC Maccabi Haifa FC. I'm not sure which country this team is from, but you can let me know in the comments. Maccabi Haifa. This is the first time I've actually heard this name. Maccabi Haifa. But yeah, let me know which country this team is from. I'm not too sure. They can go into Group C or H. That would be... imagine that drawn into Group C with Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Inter. And they're drawn into Group H with PSG, Juve, Benfica, the team that was lost in between the stream, and Benfica, Maccabi Haifa. Let me know which country they're from, if anyone has an idea. Not too sure where they're from. But yeah, hopefully they come into the round of 16. That would be some underdog story. Next up, and the last and final team, we have Vitoria. And they go into Group C with Bayern, Barca, and Inter. So, I mean, that's their hopes for going into the round of 16 done. So, yeah, guys, we have the groups ready in front of you. And there it is. I'm going to hide my face for a second so you can admire the groups in front of you. And if any of the Flawless members are watching, screenshot this and upload it to Twitter and Instagram. Also, you guys can share it in your, friend groups, in your WhatsApps and stuff. But yeah, that's the group stage draw. Make sure to like, subscribe. But we're now gonna have predictions. Let's have predictions, guys. Who's winning it? Who's winning the UEFA Champions League this year? 2023. The final is going to be held. One team it's definitely not going to be is Tottenham Hotspur. But yeah, hot takes on any of the teams. So, I mean, let's just go through the groups first. Group A, I expect Liverpool and Napoli to top the groups. Ajax losing important players. Main cause being Man United taking Lisandro Martinez. They're looking to take Anthony. I'm sure they'll be happy to take 94 million, but they'll still lose that quality. They have signed Steven Bergwijn, but they could end up signing ZH back from Chelsea. But I still feel Liverpool and Napoli could be too much for those two. Next up, we have in Group B, we have Porto, Atletico, Leverkusen, and Club Brugge. Yeah, that is an interesting group. Leverkusen being a decent team, Club Brugge not too bad themselves, but I think Atletico will top the group. Maybe I should arrange them in their order, isn't it? So I'll go Liverpool in Group 1, Napoli. I'll go Ajax and Rangers in Group A. And then in Group B, I'm going to go with Atletico first. We'll go for Porto second, because I think they'll beat Leverkusen. Leverkusen third, dropping into the Europa. Oh, one more thing, guys. The teams that finish third come into the Europa League. So Arsenal could face them, Man United could face them. So it'll be interesting as we move on to Group C, which team can come down. Vansh says Celtic second in Group F. We'll talk about that when we move on to Group F, actually. That's an interesting take. In Group C, we have Bayern Munich, who I think will top the group, followed by Inter Milan. Yes, I said it. Barcelona, my predicted underachievers of the season, and they're going to be third. I don't see them progressing. It's too much of a new team. And yeah, I think they'll end up being third. Barcelona will drop into the Europa League. So Bayern topping, Inter beating Barcelona to the second spot, and Vitoria, not to forget them. Maybe they can pose a chance, but I don't see them getting more than fourth. In Group D, we have Frankfurt, Sporting, and Marseille. So in this group, this is an interesting one, because I think Marseille have a decent team, Sporting not too bad themselves. The other team from North London, they have a decent attack and a really good manager. So I think I'm going to go for Frankfurt. Yeah, the team from North London, and then Marseille. Yeah, I was trying to be biased and I was going to bring that team down, but that's how it is. And then we can move on to Group E. In Group E, we have AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, and Zagreb. I think we'll just switch Chelsea and AC Milan. Chelsea are a good team always in the cup competitions. The winners of the Champions League in 2021, sorry. So yeah, AC Milan finishing second. I still see their team as good enough. Not much to say about Group E. Salzburg, decent, but I don't think they'll match up to AC Milan and Chelsea. Zagreb, I don't think have the quality to compete with any of those three, actually. Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar, and Celtic. And Vansh says both Shakhtar and Celtic love to upset Madrid. So, I mean, that will be an interesting one. We have this group where second place is up for grabs. Pretty much everyone will say Madrid can be top. Madrid, even though they might lose one game here or there versus Shakhtar or Celtic, they manage to get the results when they need them. So I think Madrid will top the group. And for second place, I'm going to keep it the way it is and go for RB Leipzig. Third place, Shakhtar, and fourth place, Celtic. Celtic, even though a good team, I think they might be a better team than Shakhtar, but in the UCL, I don't see how they'll end up. I don't know. It's just a hunch. I don't see Celtic making it into the Europa in third place. I mean, yeah, guys, it's important to remember, for teams that feel like they're going to be lost, they will be striving to go for third and drop into the Europa League and not just go completely out of all European competitions. So if we have a look at like Club Brugge in Group B, they could be fighting hard to finish third over Leverkusen. So there's still a lot to play for in terms of third place. It's only the fourth place that goes out. So yeah. In Group G, we have Man City, Sevilla, BVB, and Copenhagen. This is a very nice group. As we have had predictions that Haaland will score a hat-trick versus BVB. That'll be interesting. But I think BVB, they just look bad this year. They've sold one too many players. They've actually made good signings. Will that be enough? In my opinion, it will just be enough, and they'll beat Sevilla to it. And Sevilla love dropping into the Europa League anyways and winning it eventually. So yeah, Sevilla will finish third, Copenhagen fourth. Copenhagen can give it a good shot, but those three other teams with Man City, BVB, and Sevilla, I think they'll be too good for Copenhagen. And Man City, they could be they are the favourites, one off, if not the favourite. So yeah, topping the group should be a minimum for them. And we move on to the last group, that is Group H. We have PSG, Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa. And Himanshu/Lali says, Maccabi Haifa for the trophy. Yes, we're all for it. Maccabi Haifa. We should start a fan club for Maccabi Haifa. Let's see how they fare in the UCL. The biggest underdogs for this year, in my opinion, or just because we don't know about them much. But yeah, in terms of the group, PSG, we talked about Man City being favourites. PSG are obviously going to be the favourites for this year. With Neymar back on form, Messi finding his feet, and Kylian Mbappe doing Kylian Mbappe stuff. So yeah, I think PSG will top the group. Juventus have made some good signings, and I think if they get the best out of Paul Pogba, Juventus could be the surprise package from this season. The stock on them is low after last season, but we could be seeing a lot from them. Yeah, and then we have Benfica and Maccabi Haifa. Benfica also a decent team, but for the sake of this video and for everyone here, for Maccabi Haifa, we're going to have Maccabi Haifa in top position. Yes, we have PSG dropping down. We have Juventus dropping down, and in top spot we have Maccabi Haifa for Group H. So yeah, this is the final predictions from myself. I'm sure everyone will agree with this, especially Maccabi Haifa fans. So don't forget to comment #Maccabi Haifa, #Maccabi Gang. We have, thank you so much again. We have 9 concurrent views at the moment, so thank you for joining in. Thank you for watching me type letters and divide them into Group A to H and talk about, two drawing balls. But yeah, the UCL is back. Football season is back fully and running, and I'm loving it as an Arsenal fan. I'm sure everyone else is too, unless you're a Liverpool fan. As Priyam says, Liverpool have some crazy luck. Liverpool, Napoli, Ajax, Rangers, I don't think that's the easiest group. But, the team that has luck is the team from North London. Look at that group. But yeah, final thoughts, leave them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. Priyam says predictions for Bayern Barca. Bayern Munich is winning again. Barcelona, as you can see, I've predicted them in 3rd place. I think I think Barcelona will be the disappointment of the season. So Bayern will win Barcelona, in my opinion. Himanshu says there's a bit of bias in Group D. I see no bias. If anything, I'm being generous with that ranking for some teams in there, but I'm not going to mention it. But yeah, Lali finally says #Maccabi Haifa, let's go. #Maccabi Haifa for life. And thank you so much for watching. And I think that's it from me. I've been here. We've had a good stream, 1 hour and 5 minutes. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out other videos on our channel. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And we'll see you again tomorrow for a Formula 1 preview. F1 is back, and we'll have a match week preview with FPL content coming tomorrow also on a live